Hey everyone, Jen Broyles here, certified health and wellness coach. And today I just want to talk with you briefly about the difference between organic and conventional produce and why organic is better. Now, I know that many of us are on a shopping budget and we just can't spend a fortune at the grocery store, even though we really do want to eat healthy. And I totally understand that. So, as I'm discussing this, I'm definitely going to, encourage that you buy organic when you can. But of course, we can't always buy everything organic. And so I'll discuss a little bit about that as well. Now, really, the main reason that organic is so much better is simply because it does not contain all of the harmful chemicals that conventional produce contains. Basically, all conventional produce, for the most part, is very heavily sprayed with harmful toxic chemicals such as synthetic pesticides, insecticides, herbicides, and they just have the potential to do a lot of damage to our bodies and lead to a lot of toxic buildup. And so we want to avoid that at all cost, and buying organic produce is one way that we can ensure that we're not putting these toxic chemicals into our body. Now, another great thing to think about when you are buying produce is buying local. So, if you can buy local, then that is a wonderful option as well. If you can get fresh produce grown in your community, that way it doesn't travel thousands of miles, you'll be eating what's in season, and it's just going to have higher nutritional value. That's definitely preferable as well. So, when you're buying produce, always think organic and local and try to buy organic and local produce when you can. Now, you're probably thinking, well, I can't buy everything organic because organic does tend to be a little more expensive. So, I want to discuss the items that, if at all possible, please buy organic because they are the most heavily contaminated items. And then I'll discuss some of the cleaner conventional produce items that when you have to, buy conventional to save some money, these are the items to choose. And a great reference tool for you is a website called www.ewg.org, and that stands for the Environmental Working Group. And they have put together a list of a number of produce items ranked from most contaminated to least contaminated. You can go on there and see the entire list, but they also break it down for you into the Dirty Dozen and the Clean 15. Now, the Dirty Dozen is exactly what you're thinking. It's the most heavily contaminated types of produce. And those are the items that you definitely want to buy organic at all times. The Clean 15 are the cleaner items, the least contaminated items. And so when you need to buy conventional, to save a little money, then those are the items to choose conventional. So first, starting out with the Dirty Dozen, the items to always buy organic are apples, bell peppers, peaches, potatoes, virtually all of your leafy greens like spinach and kale and lettuce. Those are heavily, heavily contaminated with pesticides. Blueberries, specifically domestic blueberries, strawberries, celery, cucumbers, grapes, and imported nectarines. Now, all of these are the 12 dirtiest forms of produce. And ultimately, it doesn't matter how much we wash these vegetables before we eat them. The toxins and the chemicals and the pesticides unfortunately have leached into the skin. And so regardless of how much you wash these fruits and vegetables, you're still going to be consuming these toxins and they're going to end up in your body. So these items at all times buy organic. Now, the Clean 15, again, these are the cleaner items, the least contaminated items. And these items, when you can't buy everything organic, these items are the ones to buy conventional when you have to. So, asparagus, mangoes, avocado, mushrooms, and onions, cabbage, cantaloupe, domestic cantaloupe specifically, pineapples, and corn, sweet peas, grapefruit, eggplant, kiwi, sweet potatoes, and watermelon. So these are all of the cleaner items that you can buy conventionally. Now, the one that I don't necessarily agree with on this list is corn because it may be cleaner, It may not be as heavily, sprayed with pesticides and chemicals, but the majority of conventional corn is genetically modified, which is another terrible thing. And so I would recommend buying corn organic as well because that will ensure that it has not been genetically modified. That's another one of the big differences between organic and conventional. Organic cannot be genetically modified. It cannot be sprayed with synthetic chemicals. And a lot of times organic produce is going to have a higher nutritional value. It just has more nutrients in it. So these are the list. I encourage you to use these as a guide when you go shopping and load up on your produce the next time you go shopping. It's the number one way to stay healthy and eat fresh. So I hope this is helpful to you. For more healthy living advice and recipes and healthy eating tips, please visit my website and my blog at www.jenbroyles.com. And I look forward to speaking with you again soon. Bye for now.